When we look at the European Accessibility Act, there is a fair amount of text to get through. Just in the recital section alone, that starts off with the directive. As I'm scrolling down here, you can see there are 104 paragraphs. And then we get to the articles, which are going to cover the obligations and our administrative requirements. So there's a lot to go through here. And then finally, we get to the annexes section, which is going to contain the technical requirements and then also some of the administrative side of compliance as well. So there's a lot to get through, and not all of this is applicable to everyone, right? So what I've done is I've created the European Accessibility Act in plain English, and I've tabbed to this guide now, and I've really extracted what I think are the most important sections to the most to most economic operators, and I've extracted those and really distilled everything down into plain English so that you can quickly understand. This covers your obligations, so the administrative side of the European Accessibility Act. It's in this guide. So here I just have Article 2, Article 2, the scope, and I've just distilled this down and simplified the language and made it easier to read. And I've done this for several different articles. And in this table of contents, you can see I've extracted several of these articles and focused in on them. And then depending on your role, you can focus in on the sections that are applicable to you. So maybe it's just you're a manufacturer and you go to Article 7 in this guide and you have a quick checklist, and then you have really an expanded explanation in plain English. So this is just to help you understand exactly what your obligations are under the EAA. So taking care of the administrative side, everything you need to be aware of, and then also the documentation that you need to have in place. So I think this guide will be really, really helpful. I'm just scrolling down now. We can see this guide is, how many pages is this? 21 total pages. But this will really help if you're one of these economic operators. You're starting out with, hopefully you're finishing, you're getting close to the deadline. So hopefully you are finishing up on compliance. But even if you are just starting out, this guide can quickly bring you up to speed on the obligation side. Now, obviously, it doesn't cover everything because I had to extract what I thought was the most relevant to the most amount of people. So you'd still want to be aware generally of what you are obligated to do and what you are required to do under the Act. But this is going to give you a really good feel for your obligations. And again, this is the administrative side of the European Accessibility Act. So I have more resources to come, more videos to come. I've got something that is really going to help with compliance. I am likely going to be able to release this week. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but it is coming. And I can tell you that everyone who needs to be compliant with the European Accessibility Act will be interested in what I have to release. So that is coming shortly. And then more videos. I will be covering the European Accessibility Act, posting videos. My objective is to post a video every day until we get to June 28th. But in the meantime, this is very helpful. I will include a link to the blog post that contains this guide, and it's the European Accessibility Act in plain English.